You've heard it since childhood. Drink your milk to build strong bones. But here's the truth. After 60, your body doesn't absorb calcium like it used to. And for many older adults, milk can cause more harm than good. Bloating, gas, and in some cases inflammation. Even more surprising? Nearly half of all seniors still fall short on calcium, even if they drink milk daily. Hi, I'm James. I'm a nutritionist who helps older adults eat smarter and stay strong. And today I want to show you something important. There are simple, everyday foods right in your kitchen that actually contain more calcium than milk, and they're easier to digest, easier to absorb, and better suited for the aging body. Stick with me until the end, and I'll also share one bonus tip that could make your body absorb calcium more efficiently, starting today. Let's begin with a tiny seed that quietly supports strong bones. 1. Let's start small. The secret in a spoonful of chia seeds. Let's talk about something tiny, but powerful. Chia seeds. You've seen them in smoothies, maybe sprinkled on yogurt or baked into granola. But did you know these little seeds are packed with more calcium than milk? Just 2 tablespoons of chia contain over 600 milligrams of calcium. That's more than a full glass of milk. And they're easier to digest, especially if dairy upsets your stomach. As we age, digestion slows, and many older adults struggle with lactose or dairy sensitivity. That's where chia comes in. They also bring bonus benefits: plant-based protein, fiber for smoother digestion, and omega-3s for your heart and brain. But here's what makes chia extra special. They're incredibly easy to use. Try this. Before bed, mix 2 tablespoons of chia seeds with a cup of almond milk. Add a touch of cinnamon or honey. Let it sit overnight in the fridge. In the morning, you've got a creamy chia pudding, cool, comforting, and calcium-rich. One of my patients, Alan, 72, started adding chia to his breakfast after a checkup. 3 months later, his doctor ran a bone scan. His bone density had gone up. Was it all because of chia? Probably not, but it certainly didn't hurt. Small habits, repeated daily, add up over time. So if you're looking for a gentle, natural way to support your bones, chia seeds are a smart place to start. Have you tried them before? Let us know in the comments. And if you've got your own chia recipe, we'd love to hear it. Now, let's move from small seeds to a crunchy snack that's also a bone booster. 2. Snack smarter. Why almonds are a bone's best friend? Let's be honest, snacking is a part of life. And for many of us, especially after 60, those afternoon cravings come fast. Cookies, chips, sweet treats, they're easy to reach for, but not so easy on your bones. Now imagine this. You grab a handful of almonds instead, crunchy, nutty, satisfying, and, surprisingly, a powerful source of calcium. 100 grams of almonds contain around 260 milligrams of calcium. But the real magic, they also bring magnesium. Why does that matter? Because magnesium helps your body absorb calcium properly. Without it, that calcium could end up where it doesn't belong, like in your arteries. That's why almonds and magnesium are considered the dream team for bone health. Let me tell you about Judy. She's 65, lives alone. Every day at 3 p.m. she used to reach for cookies. Then she watched one of our videos and decided to try almonds instead. Now, she keeps a small jar on her kitchen counter, grabs a handful every afternoon. She told me she feels more alert, her energy's better, and her nails and bones feel stronger too. Almonds are also rich in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant, and they have healthy fats that support your heart. So here's your easy switch. Instead of sugar-filled snacks, try almonds, plain, roasted, sliced into oatmeal. Or, if you're feeling adventurous, spread a little almond butter on toast. It's a simple change, but for your bones, it's a big one. Do you already snack on almonds, or do you have a favorite way to use them? Leave a comment and share it with others. You might inspire someone else to make the swap. Now let's move on to a forgotten ingredient that's small, powerful, and hiding in plain sight. 3. The forgotten superfood, sesame seeds and tahini. You've probably seen them. Tiny seeds sprinkled on burger buns or sushi rolls. But don't let their size fool you. Sesame seeds are one of the most calcium-rich foods on the planet. In just 100 grams, they hold nearly 1,000 milligrams of calcium. That's about 4 times more than a glass of milk. And that's just the beginning. They also contain magnesium, phosphorus, and zinc, all of which play key roles in keeping your bones strong and steady. Now here's something else to love. They're anti-inflammatory. They support joint health. And they're incredibly easy to add to your meals. Let me share a memory. A few years ago, I visited a friend in Lebanon. Her father was 82 years old. Every morning, he'd take a piece of flatbread, drizzle olive oil on top, and spread tahini, a creamy sesame paste. He'd walk several miles each day, no cane, no pills, just tradition, movement, and a little sesame. It stuck with me. How could something so old be so wise? Back home, I started recommending tahini to my senior clients. A spoon in your salad dressing, a swirl on warm toast, even mixed into a smoothie for a nutty, earthy flavor. Now, a quick note, sesame seeds do contain oxalates, which can slightly reduce calcium absorption. But when you eat them alongside magnesium and vitamin D-rich foods, your body still reaps the benefits. Here's your aha moment. It's not about the perfect food, it's about the smart combination. Sesame plus leafy greens, perfect. Tahini and sardines, even better. So next time you're garnishing a dish, don't overlook that sprinkle of seeds. Have you ever tried tahini before? How do you like to use sesame in your kitchen? Drop us a comment. We'd love to hear your ideas. And now let's leave the garden and head to the sea for our next calcium-rich surprise. 4. Surprise from the sea. Sardines with bones. Let's take a trip to the ocean because the next bone booster comes straight from the sea. Sardines. Now I know what you might be thinking. They're salty, they're smelly, and they still have bones, but here's the surprise. Those little bones are exactly what make sardines so powerful. In just 100 grams, sardines deliver about 380 milligrams of calcium. And yes, you eat them with the bones. They're soft, safe to chew, and easily digested. But there's more. Sardines are also packed with vitamin D, which helps your body absorb calcium effectively. No need for supplements when nature already made the perfect combo. They also bring omega-3 fatty acids, which fight inflammation and support heart and brain health. Here's a true story. Uncle Joe, he's 74 now, used to make fun of sardines. Fish in a can, he'd say, but his cardiologist recommended them. Joe mashed them on toast with lemon and loved it. Now, he eats them twice a week, and he swears he has more energy, better focus, and even fewer aches. If you don't like sardines straight from the can, try blending them into a tomato pasta sauce, mixing them with mustard and herbs for a quick salad, or layering them on whole grain crackers with cucumber slices. They're simple, affordable, and built for bones. Have you ever tried sardines with the bones? What's your favorite way to eat them, or do you still avoid them? Share your thoughts below. You might change someone's mind. And now, let's look at a plant-based option that's creamy, versatile, and surprisingly high in calcium. 5. A plant-based powerhouse, the right kind of tofu. If you've ever tried tofu, you know it's soft, simple, and soaks up any flavor. But not all tofu is created equal. When it comes to bone health, you want calcium-set tofu, the kind made with calcium sulfate. And that makes all the difference. Just 100 grams of calcium-set tofu can give you around 350 milligrams of calcium. That's nearly the same as a glass of milk, without the lactose, without the cholesterol, This is huge for seniors. As we age, many of us become more sensitive to dairy. Tofu is gentle on digestion, plant-based, and easy to prepare. Let me tell you about Carol. She's a retired nurse in her 60s. When her cholesterol spiked, her doctor suggested cutting back on animal fat. She switched to tofu, hesitantly at first. Now, she craves it. She bakes it into cubes with olive oil and herbs, adds it to stir-fries, even blends it into smoothies for a creamy texture. Her last checkup? Cholesterol down, bones holding strong. And that's what makes tofu so valuable. It's not just a meat substitute, it's a bone builder. It also provides protein, magnesium, and iron. Nutrients older adults need every single day. A quick shopping tip: check the label. Look for calcium set or made with calcium sulfate. That's the kind that actually supports bone strength. Here's your takeaway. Tofu can be as rich in calcium as milk, but with fewer side effects and more flexibility. Do you already use tofu in your meals? If not, what's stopping you? Let us know in the comments. Maybe we can help with ideas. Next up, let's head into the garden for a green leafy duo that's been quietly protecting bones for generations. 6. Straight from the garden, kale and collard greens. When it comes to leafy greens, kale gets all the attention, but collard greens, they might just be the quiet champions of bone health. Let's break it down. Kale gives you about 150 milligrams of calcium per 100 grams. But collard greens, they offer around 230 milligrams, and they're even easier to absorb. That's because both greens are low in oxalates. Oxalates can block calcium absorption like in spinach or beet greens, but not here. With kale and collards, your body can actually use what it takes in. And there's more. These greens are packed with vitamins K, A, and C, all of which support bone strength, immune function, and healing. They're also fiber-rich, heart-healthy, and low in calories. Let me tell you about James, a retired teacher from Georgia. He grows collards in his backyard. Every week, he sautés them with garlic and olive oil. He eats them almost every day. Last year, his doctor said his bone density was above average for his age. He laughed and said, "Must be the greens." It's a simple habit, but one that quietly builds strength over time. Want a tip? Try chopping collards or kale into soups, stews, or egg dishes. Bake kale into chips, or sauté either one with onions and lemon for a quick, tasty side. Here's something important. Unlike supplements, greens come with a full package: calcium, fiber, antioxidants, and flavor. All from the earth, all from your plate. Do you grow your own greens, or have a favorite recipe with kale or collards? Share it with us below. We're building a garden of ideas from seniors like you. And now, before we wrap up, let's talk about something often overlooked: how to make sure your body actually uses the calcium you eat. 7. Don't let good calcium go to waste. Smart nutrient pairing. So you've added more calcium-rich foods to your plate. Chia seeds, almonds, tofu, greens. That's fantastic. But here's the part most people miss. Calcium is only helpful if your body knows what to do with it. To absorb it properly, your body needs a few key allies, and it also needs you to avoid a few common blockers. Let's start with the good guys. Vitamin D is calcium's best friend. Without enough of it, your body can't absorb calcium from food. You get vitamin D from sunlight, fatty fish like sardines, or supplements. Magnesium plays a supporting role too. It helps activate vitamin D in your body. You'll find it in leafy greens, nuts, and whole grains. Vitamin K2 is the quiet helper. It directs calcium to your bones and keeps it out of your arteries. You get it from fermented foods like natto, hard cheeses, and egg yolks. Now, the not-so-good news: some foods and habits can interfere with calcium absorption. Too much salt? It makes your body excrete calcium through urine. Too much caffeine? It can slightly reduce calcium absorption, especially if you drink more than 3 cups a day. High oxalate foods like spinach or beet greens can bind to calcium and prevent it from being absorbed. Let me share Grace's story. She was taking a high-dose calcium supplement every day, but her bone scans showed no improvement. Her doctor later found she was extremely low in vitamin D. Once she started walking in the sun and added a small supplement, her calcium levels and bone density improved noticeably. It's not just about more calcium, it's about smarter calcium. Have you ever checked your vitamin D levels, or do you pair your meals with the right nutrients? Let us know in the comments. You might help someone who's doing everything right, but missing one key piece. And now let's bring it all together. So here we are. You've just discovered 7 powerful foods that can support stronger bones after 60. Not one of them is milk. And yet they may be better suited for your body today. We talked about chia seeds and almonds, tofu and sardines, greens from your garden, and the importance of smart nutrient pairing. And don't forget, vitamin D and magnesium are just as important as calcium itself. If there's one thing to remember, it's this. Strong bones don't come from one big decision. They come from small choices made every day. Which of these foods will you try first? Or do you already have a secret for keeping your bones strong? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your story. You might inspire someone else to take their first step today. And if this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We share new tips every day to help you stay healthy, independent, and confident well into your golden years. Until next time, take care of your body, take care of your bones, and keep living well.